Hello everyone, my name is Rafael Centeno, and today I'd like to talk to you about contingencies within the residential purchase agreement. Now, I'm referring to the residential purchase agreement that is issued by the California Association of Realtors to purchase a single-family home or up to 4 units. Now, what are contingencies? Well, contingencies are provisions for unforeseen events or circumstances. Now, there are contingencies for both the buyer and the seller within the residential purchase agreement. For instance, for the buyer has 17 days to actively remove the contingencies for the appraisal, investigations, inspections, and for the seller issued disclosures that the buyer receives. So they must approve those disclosures as well. Now, a seller might have the option or might want to use the option of the contingency of having to enter into a contract to purchase their replacement home. And that makes sense because if a seller is trying to sell their home and they may want to make sure that they have in escrow a replacement home so that hopefully they close concurrently. Now, I'll do a video on that as well. It's a little complicated. It kind of messes things up sometimes, but it's okay. We'll talk about that in another video. So going back to contingencies. Now, the buyer also has 21 days to remove the contingency for their loan. In other words, indicate that their loan is good to go and they can remove that contingency. And when I'm talking about days, I'm referring to days after the offer acceptance, number one. And number two, we're talking about the days that are already printed on the contract. Now, buyers have the option to change those dates. In other words, if you say, well, I want to have 21 days for my appraisal, inspection, investigations, and my approval of the disclosures, that's fine. And you can also ask to increase the amount of time that you need for your loan. Now, the only issue with that, and I caution buyers with that, is that it's possible that the seller will look at that and see it as a red flag. And more than likely either counter that and tell you that, no, you have to go back to either the already printed 21 days, or they'll even go lower than that. It's possible. Or the other option that the seller would have is just simply to reject your offer and move on to other offers. So I caution buyers, really, it's really a red flag when you increase the dates. Now, when you decrease them, it makes your offer stronger. But if you increase the amount of days, it'll weaken your offer. It's just the way it goes, okay? Now, let's move on to actively removing versus passively removing contingencies. Now, you have to actively remove your contingencies. And what I mean is that you have to do that in writing. It doesn't happen passively where, for example, you're on day 18 and you have automatically removed those contingencies because you're already on day 18 and you had 17 days for your appraisal, investigation, and inspections, and the approval of the disclosures from the seller. So that doesn't happen automatically. You must remove them in writing. Same thing for the 21-day loan contingency for the buyer. Okay. Now, there's also an issue if you cancel the purchase agreement, the whole transaction, after you have removed in writing all of your contingencies. And that has to do with the liquidated damages clause within the residential purchase agreement. And I'll go over that in another video. So for now, understand that if you do cancel after removing your contingencies, after removing all of your contingencies in writing, that you can get into some financial problem, okay, where you might lose your deposit. Okay, so for now, we'll leave it at that. Look at my other videos in regards to liquidated damages, and also I'll do another one on the seller contingency to find a replacement home, and I'll do another one on disclosures. Okay, so for now, that's all I have to say. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me via my website, email, or you can also call and text me. And also, please, if you can, I'd like for you to subscribe to my channel, and that way you can be informed as these videos go out. In any case, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I will hear from you soon. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.